Hello and welcome to my capstone video presentation. My name is Shanice Turner and I am in the Masters of Education Instructional Technology program at Kennesaw State University. My capstone project is called Implementing Web Tools in an Elementary Classroom Setting. The problem that I was trying to eradicate with my capstone project was the lack of use of Web 2.0 tools as an assessment tool in an elementary classroom setting. For my capstone proposal, I planned to introduce the use of Web 2.0 assessment tools to teachers as well as students. These Web 2.0 tools will help teachers use more efficient assessment methods and will excite students about taking a test. To begin, I created a needs assessment based around formative assessment and Web 2.0 tools that go with assessment, and I sent it out to all teachers at Simpson Elementary School. Once the results from the needs assessment were in, I analyzed the results to focus on what the teachers felt strongly about learning. From there, I conducted professional learning classes focusing on the 4 Web 2.0 assessment tools of Kahoot, Nearpod, Seesaw, and Google Forms. Once the teachers and students had been introduced to these tools, the teachers completed a survey to gauge their use of Web 2.0 assessment tools. The purpose of this project was to assess where teachers were at with their current Web 2.0 assessment tool usage and implementation, and to then use those results to create specific professional developments that would educate them about various types of assessment tools and how to use them within their classroom. I used many different deliverables such as how-to worksheets, cheat sheets, surveys, and step-by-step directions to meet the project objectives and to comply with the PSC standards. When conducting this evaluation, it ranged from face-to-face conversations and email correspondence to Google Form surveys and professional development feedback forms. These evaluations were conducted throughout the course of the capstone proposal. The capstone experience proved to be beneficial but time-consuming. However, everything that was developed for this capstone can be used again in the future and is being used right now to assist teachers in their advancement of knowledge and Web 2.0 tools. I created several handouts that were given to teachers as well as stored electronically to assist them with Kahoot, Nearpod, Google Forms, and Seesaw. I started my capstone project in August and created a needs assessment using a Google form to determine where teachers were at with their implementation and understanding of various Web 2.0 tools. Once this needs assessment was completed, I analyzed the survey results to determine what teachers were most excited to learn about. And I structured my professional development around what teachers were wanting to learn. After I had made the decision about which professional developments to conduct, I started creating deliverables and example lessons using the Web 2.0 tools that I could use for my instruction. I also created a peer-reviewed research cheat sheet to help teachers understand how beneficial using Web 2.0 tools in the classroom can be for students. I then created it and sent a sign-up sheet for the specific professional development workshops that I was offering for the year. In October, I was beginning to prepare for my professional development sessions by uploading the how-to guides and tutorials I had made into our shared school-wide Google Drive. I also made sure to print hard copies of each handout so that teachers could refer to those handouts during our workshops. The cycle of uploading content into a digital platform, printing hard copies, and hosting professional developments continued from October through February. I hosted 2 separate professional developments, with each one focusing on 2 different web tools. The first professional development focused on Nearpod and Seesaw, and the second professional development focused on Kahoot and Google Forms. Once the workshop was complete, teachers could sign up for me to come into their rooms so that I could help them with the implementation of those web tools within their classrooms. Once their scheduled time was completed, I then asked them to fill out a survey to get helpful feedback about the workshop, the effectiveness of the lessons, what could be improved, and what was helpful. Finally, after all of my workshops were completed at the beginning of April, I sent out a cumulative Google Forms survey to gain feedback on how teachers were implementing their newly learned Web 2.0 assessment tools and how frequently they were using them in their classrooms. I also asked them to share their students' reactions to using Web 2.0 tools as assessment feedback, as opposed to the typical paper-pencil method. The results from the Capstone Project overall were extremely positive. The majority of feedback I received consisted of teachers being thankful that they had the opportunity to learn something new from one of their peers. Most teachers preferred the Web 2.0 tool assessment strategies over the usual paper-pencil method. Some additional feedback I received was that teachers have been hearing about these specific types of tools and had been wanting to use them, but didn't know where to start. My professional developments allowed for them to come to a safe space where they felt comfortable asking questions and allowed them to see the tools being used in different content areas and grade levels. They also appreciated that I was able to come into their classroom and assist them and their students with getting acclimated to using the tool they had selected that they wanted to try for themselves. Once the teachers were able to see how the tools were being used, how to create their own content within the tool, and relaying that information to their students in an effective way, they were able to then use their knowledge to create new types of assessments in the platform that they had selected. Most teachers agreed that their digital and technological literacy advanced this year due to the professional development workshops. Some feedback that was received from the assistant principals confirmed that there was a growth in technology integration in classrooms and that it was used in a fun and engaging way. As I reflect on my capstone project, I am extremely grateful and thankful that I was at a school that let me be able to offer professional developments as part of my project. I do believe that these workshops are the most beneficial piece to my capstone project. A lot of teachers felt that they were getting left behind in the advancement of technology in classrooms, and they didn't know how to catch up. With offering professional developments before school, after school, and during planning times, they were able to seek out the specific assistance that they needed to grow their digital literacy knowledge. The Capstone Project was extremely detailed, in-depth, and time-consuming. However, it proved to be more beneficial than a burden. I enjoyed my time implementing my project with my peers and being able to create lessons, handouts, and how-to screencasts to share with my colleagues. A school is a team, and anything that we can do to help our team is always a good idea. I do wish that some teachers would have been more enthusiastic about the assistance that I was trying to provide, but you cannot change someone else's mind if they are unwilling to listen or change with the times. One of my favorite quotes states that, at the end of the day, all you can do is the best you can. And I do feel like I did the best that I could do on my capstone project, given the parameters and people that I was given. Overall, I'm extremely happy with my results, and I know that my fellow colleagues were happy and thankful that I was able to help them grow their digital literacy knowledge. Copyright acknowledgments. All resources used in the development of this capstone project were either created by myself or taken directly from the following websites: Seesaw, Google, Kahoot, and Nearpod. Thank you for listening.